The year is 2086. The Earth is hotter than ever recorded. Cities along the coastlines are sinking, forests burn for months, and people migrate north in search of livable temperatures. The story follows Aya, a 26-year-old environmental engineer living in New Jakarta, a floating city built above the remains of the old one. Aya was born during the Age of Fire, when the climate reached the tipping point. Every morning, she wakes to the hum of solar shields that protect the city from 50 degrees Celsius heat waves. Despite the technology, the air smells of salt and smoke. Her job is to maintain the city's cooling dome system, a network that filters air and regulates temperature. One day, during a maintenance check, Aya notices a malfunction. One of the domes is overheating. She reports it immediately, but the system's AI responds, "Repair delayed. Energy rationing in effect." That night, she writes in her English journal, part of her habit to keep her language skills alive. Technology can't save us forever. The Earth always finds balance, with or without us. Through writing, she practices words like resilience, adaptation, ecosystem, sustainability. She studies how to express worry and hope in English. "I fear for the future. We must change. There's still time." The next day, a storm forms faster than predicted. The waves rise higher than the city's barriers. Aya and her team must act fast. The sky turns dark red, a color people now call warning red. For the first time in years, she feels real fear, not from the heat, but from silence. The storm hits like nothing Aya has seen before. Winds tear through the floating city, and the cooling dome flickers on and off. The AI shuts down to preserve power. "We're on manual control," she shouts to her partner Malik. Together, they climb to the upper deck where the turbines spin violently. Rain falls like knives. Aya records voice notes in English for documentation. Day 142. Power unstable. Flood level rising. Visibility near zero. Hours later, the water breaks through one of the outer rings. Whole neighborhoods drift away into the sea. Aya and Malik rush to activate emergency locks, their suits glowing under flashes of lightning. Amid the chaos, Aya sees people trying to save both data and memories, hard drives, family photos, old books. She realizes something profound. Humans are not just fighting for survival, but for meaning. When the storm finally ends, half the city is gone. The survivors gather on the central deck. Aya looks around, exhausted, wet, speechless. Malik says quietly, "We survived." Aya replies, "Yes, but what kind of world are we surviving for?" That night, she teaches English to the children of refugees. They learn simple but powerful words. Hope, believing tomorrow can be better. Together, because survival needs unity. Rebuild to start again. As they repeat the words, Aya realizes English has become more than communication. It's a tool of resilience, a bridge between people who lost their countries but not their voices. Months later, Aya joins a new mission called Project Eden. an initiative to regrow ecosystems on abandoned land. The team travels north to Greenland, now free of ice but covered in strange new plants. They plant genetically adapted seeds designed to absorb carbon faster than trees. For the first time, the air feels cool again. Aya kneels in the soil, something she hasn't touched since childhood. She whispers, "Maybe the planet is healing if we listen." She begins teaching the new recruits English through environmental stories. Her lessons include phrases like, "Every action matters," "Protect what remains," and "We owe the earth more than we take." In her final journal entry, she writes, "Surviving climate change isn't about escaping the planet. It's about earning our place on it again." Through words, she rebuilds more than just language. She rebuilds belief. As the sun sets over green hills that were once glaciers, Aya looks up and says, "We thought the earth was dying, but it was only reminding us how to live." The story closes with a message for learners. Language is survival. It's how we remember, rebuild, and reconnect. Whether it's through English or emotion, every story we tell shapes the future we choose to create.